Okay, everybody, you know what time it is. It's time for another PE lesson. Today, more throwing and catching challenges. So, our throwing and catching is going to be used with different objects. So, our catching might change a little bit. We are going to start with the warm-up, so get ready.
So, we're going to start with a short warm-up. Now, I know we did a longer warm-up for one of the lessons. We're going to do a short one, and we'll do the short one when we are going to be doing activities where we don't do a lot of moving around. So, starting on the music like we did before, we're going to start with jogging in place. Wait for the music. It's coming, I promise. So, jogging in place to start. Make sure you get your feet off of the ground. Jog, jog, jog. Keep those feet moving, jogging in place. Good job. Remember, stay in your spot, don't move around, stay still in your spot, and just jog in place. Alright, next one we're doing the boat. So join me on the floor. Remember, for the boat, we sit on our bottom, we lift our feet, and we paddle, paddle, paddle. Bottom on the ground, lift your feet, hands together, and paddle like you're paddling your boat. If you're on your back with your feet in the air, your boat has sunk, don't let your boat sink. Bottom on the ground, feet in the air, and paddle. Good job. Keep paddling your boat. I'm going to show you a little more from the front what it looks like. Feet up, paddle. Keep your hands together and I paddle. And I go to each side. Keep your hands together to make your paddle and go to each side. Okay, next one we are skipping. Remember, when we skip, we get our knees up nice and high and the foot on the ground pops or bounces. So skipping. Make sure you get those knees up. Remember, the foot on the ground hops, knee in the air comes down to a step. Get those knees up, good job. Next one, we are doing our low plank. For our low plank, we hold our body in the air. So we put elbows, hands on the ground. Nice straight legs, toes on the ground, and hold our body still. Don't move, hold it still. Remember to keep nice and still, don't move. Alright, nice job. Next up, we're doing jumping jacks. Jumping jacks. Jumping jacks, and you bend the feet wide, hands touch at the top. Jumping jacks. Feet go wide, hands touch at the top. Feet in, hands by side. Jumping jacks. Good job, keep going. Alright, last one, we are galloping. Remember when we gallop? One foot stays in front, back foot tries to catch it. So remember that front foot always is in front, back foot tries to catch it. Galloping. You can do it slow is fine, or you can go a little bit faster, and if you've got it, then you can go as fast as you need to. Do it safely and carefully. Alright, good job everybody, well done. So we are going to start our next activity, so be ready for that, and I'll see you in the next video. Good job.
Great job on finishing the warm-up. You guys are awesome. So now that we are done with the warm-up, we need to be ready for the lesson. So when it starts, make sure you listen and follow along and then complete the challenges.
Hey guys! Alright, so we have done our first lesson on throwing and catching. Now we are going to do our second lesson. In the first one, we talked about correct hands, how to catch up high, how to catch down low. Remember? And then we practiced, yeah? Today, we are going to practice throwing and catching, but with a twist. And what that means is we're going to use some different objects. So, we are going to use our sock ball like we did last time on the first lesson. Then, we're going to use our paper ball that we've used in some of our earlier lessons. Then, we're going to use a small stuffed animal, not our biggest one, but a small one. And then you're going to use an object of your choice, and it needs to be soft. I am choosing the squishy ball, all right? So we should have 4 things. Definitely a sock ball, a crunched up paper ball, a small stuffed toy, and then something else that could be like a squishy ball. Now you may have a different stuffed animal that you want to use. That's not a problem. As long as your 4th object is different, all right? Because we're going to be throwing and catching with different objects today. So you need to go find your equipment. So pause the video, go get it now. Okay, you got your equipment? You do? Awesome. All right, so the first round, we're going to start with our paper ball. We have practiced throwing and catching. We practiced throwing to a target, and we talked about catching in the last lesson. So for this one, we're going to put all those things together, all right? You are going to have 2 minutes to throw and catch with a paper ball. Things to remember. Number 1, when we catch down low, pinkies are together, we make a big dish or a bowl, and we grab. If we catch up high, thumbs are together, we make a dish or a bowl, and we grab up high. So we have to watch the ball, remember, and then wherever it is to catch, we need to use our hands correctly. So if it's down low, my hands are down low. If it's up high, my hands are up high. It doesn't matter if you catch high or low, as long as we're throwing and catching. So your job is to have 2 minutes throwing and catching. We throw with 1 hand, we catch with 2. We throw with 1 hand, we catch with 2. And if you notice, every time I go to throw and catch, I'm stepping on my opposite foot to help me stay balanced. So I throw it up high, I've stepped on my opposite foot. I've thrown it up high, I've stepped on my opposite foot. I throw it low, I step on my opposite foot. And my hands stay together and they grab the ball. Alright? So, round 1, you are using your paper ball to throw and catch. Ready? Go! Okay, how was the paper ball throwing and catching? Did you throw catch up high and catch down low? Or did you just do one of them? Maybe you did some low and some high. Maybe you just caught low. That's fine. As long as you were catching the ball, that's the most important thing. Round 2, same again, but we're going to use our soccer ball. Alright? So we do the same thing. We catch, but we're using our soccer ball. It doesn't matter if we're catching low, it doesn't matter if we're catching high. What are the things to remember? Hands together, make them nice and big. Hands together, make them nice and big, and then we grab. When we grab, alright? So you have 2 minutes for round 2, using your soccer ball to catch, to catch, to catch. What are we watching? We're watching the ball. Do we look at our hands? No, we don't. Do we look at the ball? Absolutely. Do I watch my parent over there? Hi, parent. No, of course we don't. We watch the ball. So all the time, we're watching the ball. We're watching the ball. Because you know what? If I don't watch the ball, I can't catch it. Alright? And I'm a pretty good catcher. Just saying, but if I don't watch it, I can't do it. So if I don't watch the ball, I can't catch it. Alright? So every time I throw and catch, I'm watching the ball. I watch it, I catch. I watch it, I catch. I watch it, I catch. Everybody got that? Keep your hands together and grab. Keep your hands together and grab. Ready? Go. So round 2 is complete. Did you find the sock ball easier or harder than the ball, the paper ball? The paper ball is small. The socks are a bit bigger, so it might have been easier to grab them because it's a bigger object to grab. Alright, round 3, we are going to be using our stuffed animal. I'm going to use my stuffed porgy toy because he's lovely. So doing exactly the same thing, but this time my object is a little bit of a different shape. The ones we've used so far are kind of round. This is different, so let's see how it is. So again, still throwing the same way, and catch it, and catch it, and catch it, and catch it. Now, this is a bigger object. You probably might find that it's easier to catch because it's bigger. And remember, because it's stuffed, it's squishy, so grab it. Every time you catch, you grab. Remember, we throw with one hand, we grab with two. We throw with one hand, we grab with two. We throw with one hand, we grab with two. And if you notice when I throw, I'm always on my opposite foot. Make sure you're doing that too. So, throwing and catching with your stuffed animal. Remember, hands are together and we grab. Hands are together and we grab. Make sure we throw it close to ourselves so we can grab. Ready? Your next round with your stuffed animal toy starts now. Okay, so third round was done with your stuffed animal. Was it fun playing with your stuffed animal? I like playing with mine. So this time we have option number 4, your fourth object. I chose a squishy ball. Some of you might not have that, so you need to think of something different. You could use anything as long as it's soft. Even a slipper if it's soft, a bedroom shoe if it's soft. Imagine that. So if you've got something soft that you can use it. Why do I say that? Well, because if you're inside, nobody wants you to use something hard and break anything. Alright? If you're outside, could you use a different object? Certainly. So check with people at home to make sure you can use that object. If you have a beanbag, you could use a beanbag. Alright? Anything that you can use. You could use a crumpled up paper, plastic bag. So anything that you can use as your fourth object, which is your choice. Alright? I'm going to use the ball. So I'm doing exactly the same thing. I throw it exactly the same way. And I catch. Throw with one hand, catch with two. Throw with one hand, catch with two. Throw with one hand, catch with two. Remember, when I catch, hands are together and I grab. When I catch, hands are together and I grab. It doesn't matter if I catch low or high, my hands stay together and I grab. My hands stay together and I grab. Everybody got that? You do? Great, because your final round starts now. Okay, good job everybody, well done. So in this throwing and catching lesson, we use some different objects because when you throw and catch, you use the same action. It doesn't matter what you're throwing or catching, you use the same action. So we use different things to practice that. Your job is to upload a video into something called Flipgrid, and all you have to do is press the red record button. So you've watched the video, you scroll down, press the red record button. And what I want you to do is I want you to do a video of you throwing your favourite object. Alright? So if your favourite was your stuffed animal, that's the one you're going to throw and catch on the video so that I can see you throwing it correctly and using your favourite object. You did a really nice job. Remember, when we catch, hands are together if they're down low and we grab. If it's up high, hands together and we grab. We always make our hands big as a big target and we keep them together, all right? You did a great job today. Well done. I look forward to seeing your videos and I look forward to seeing you in our next lesson. Bye, guys.
Awesome job, everybody. So today we practiced our throwing and catching using different objects. Remember, when we catch down low, pinkies are together, making our hands nice and big like a bowl or a shape, and then we grab the object. When we catch up high, thumbs are together, they're above our head, hands are nice and big like a bowl or a dish, and then we grab the object. Nice job today. Okay, so the last thing you need to do is to post your video. So we're going to use Flipgrid. Remember, click the red record button and then record you doing one of the throwing and catching challenges. I look forward to seeing them. So you guys are done. That is another PE lesson complete. I'm excited to see your videos and I look forward to our next PE lesson together. Bye everyone!